Capitol Hall report. This is our end of session report to you about what's been going on here in Austin. I thought what I'd do here is give you an overview of what's happened over the last 6 months. Now, unlike what many of you are used to hearing from your legislature when they come home and tell you this was the greatest session ever, most conservative, etc., I'm not going to do that. That's a decision you're going to have to make. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you the good stuff. I'll tell you some of the bad stuff that did and didn't happen, and let you make that decision, because after all, this is for you, not for us. So let me start with the budget. I will say that in my opinion on this, we had a reasonably good budget because we didn't spend all the money. Right? We saved, held back about $2.9 billion for things that may come up that's not expected, and we kept the growth to about half that of population plus inflation. Only increased the growth about 3%. Unfortunately, we had a bill that would have required future legislations to hold down the growth to less than population times inflation, but unfortunately it didn't pass, so we'll have our work cut out for us next time to keep the growth down. And actually we had plenty of room to where we could have actually reduced the budget, but hopefully that will come in future sessions. We did get the budget done with a reasonably good cut in taxes, cut the franchise tax by about 25%, significant cut. Now there were several of us, including my good friend Don Huffines, who had an amendment that would actually have eliminated the franchise tax. Unfortunately, it got killed on the floor of the Senate, so it didn't happen. But we did also provide property tax relief for individual homeowners by raising the homestead exemption from $15,000 to $25,000. On the area of transportation, a very important issue here in Texas. The funding has been increased significantly, and you're going to get a chance to go to the polls and vote on a constitutional amendment that will actually provide a consistent funding stream for transportation in the future. We made a good start in reducing the diversions. Didn't stop them all, but we did make a good run at ending diversions. But unfortunately, we didn't do anything to actually curtail or stop the building of toll roads in Texas. We could have, but we didn't. All the bills that were associated with changing the direction we're going so we actually build more freeways and toll roads in Texas died in either the House or the Senate and didn't make it out. And the issue of border security, we're going to be spending about $850 million, which will add a lot of people and equipment to what's called border security. But I'm afraid that what we're going to have actually is a border security spending bill, because it doesn't really do anything to increase our ability to stop people from entering the country illegally. It doesn't really do anything to reduce the magnets that draw people here, and it doesn't do anything to actually allow us to enforce the laws that are needed in order to curtail border security. Okay. And now for education. We did increase funding going to our schools, and we did some good things for our retired teachers by making their retirement funds solvent and increasing funding to their health care. However, we didn't do anything meaningful for school choice. And school choice is something that hopefully next session that we'll make more progress in, because our kids need to have the opportunity to get the very best possible education that there's available. And school choice is the road for doing that. In the area of liberty and freedom, we did get a bill passed to provide some protection for our pastors, so that those who do not want to perform same-sex marriages will not be forced to do so. However, we didn't do anything to protect businesses who choose not to, even based on their sincere held religious beliefs. We were not able to get anything passed to protect them or government employees, and we were not able to get anything passed to stop rogue cities and counties who want to force pastors and others to conduct business against their beliefs did not pass either. And in the area of right to life, we were able to get the advance directive for providing food and water for seriously ill patients confirmed. And we were able to get the judicial bypass rules changed so that parents now have to be informed when a teenage girl is seeking abortion through the court system. However, we did not get anything passed that would remove abortions from the health care insurance, and we did not get something passed that will stop hospitals from inserting a do not resuscitate order into a patient's folder without their permission. Hopefully we'll be able to address these issues in the next session. Now in the interim, we've got quite a bit of activities planned to do between now and the next session, one of which is going to be to address toll roads. We had a bill that would have been a pilot program to look at an alternate form of funding without raising taxes or no new taxes, but actually to be able to pay for toll roads without making them toll roads. We hope to do an interim study so that we'll have a bill to bring to the floor in next session that will lead to Texas being toll road free. For the securing our electrical grid, we're going to be working with the power companies to move forward to be able to protect the people of Texas from a terrorist attack on our electrical grid or from a natural event which could knock out our electrical grid and leave the people of Texas without power. We've got a lot of work to do. The very powerful electric companies are very much opposed to protecting the people of Texas from this, and so we're going to be working in the interim to overcome that opposition and come forth with a bill that will actually provide some meaningful protection for our electrical grid system. And as far as the border security, we'll be working with other states to actually develop an interstate compact with one or two other states, so that when we come back in session, we will have a border security interstate compact to present to the legislature and then send on to Washington for their approval. And also in the interim, we'll be working with our counties and local governments on their needs. We've opened our office in Rockwall, and we'll soon be opening an office in Canton, and we plan to have offices in other areas around the state and the district, and I'll be talking about those in the next session, because we are here to serve you. So if you have an issue, come see us, call us, our office here in Austin, or district office, because our office is here for the people. In the meantime, thank you very much for your support. God bless you, and God bless Texas.